Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Wonder Woman, Warkiller. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, the last story arc before this was Rise of the Olympians, and if anyone remembers my review of that story, I absolutely love it. It was an epic Wonder Woman story, which had action, drama, and it shook up the Wonder Woman's mythos forever. It didn't stay to the status quo. It took Wonder Woman and put her in a position that she hasn't been in before. I absolutely love the story, and it just was a testament to exactly how fantastic of a writer Gail Simone is when it comes down to Wonder Woman. And Rise of the Olympians has to be one of my favorite Wonder Woman stories of all time. So the question is this: after doing an epic story like that, how do you follow up on it? I mean, do you continue the story going, or do you go and settle down a bit? The answer would be Warkiller. See, Warkiller doesn't take downtime. You know, Wonder Woman doesn't lick her wounds and heal up and let the dust settle. No, Warkiller continues the story, deals with all the things that have been established in Rise of the Olympians. You know, if I had to compare Gail Simone's work on Wonder Woman so far, the Circle and Ends of the Earth would be The New Hope, Star Wars New Hope. Rise of the Olympians would be Empire Strikes Back, and this would be Return of the Jedi. So, let's get into this story itself. Now, this kind of gets broken up into two stories. The first one is a team up with Black Canary, and the second one is the Warkiller story. Now, it's worth noting that despite the fact that these are two separate stories, relatively you can read them as one, because a lot of the themes from the Warkiller and Rise of the Olympian story is very present and very evident in the Wonder Woman story. Actually, the only thing that really makes the Black Canary Wonder Woman story seem different is just the fact that Black Canary is teaming up in it. So, other than that, it just feels as though one big story. Now, the Black Canary team-up story deals with Sergeant Steel and Dr. Psycho, getting them and switching their bodies back to the right position. Because if you remember back in Rise of the Olympians, Dr. Psycho has taken control of Sergeant Steel's body and switched places. Wonder Woman and Black Canary travels to Japan to go into Roulette's underground, meta-human fighting arena kind of thing, and try to see if they can round up Dr. Psycho and Commander Steel. After that, we start the Warkiller story. Now, the Warkiller story deals heavily with a lot of the issues that was with Rise of the Olympians. Let's first talk about Nemesis. Now, Wonder Woman said in Rise of the Olympians, and let me just say, there are going to be spoilers to this, so if you haven't read Rise of the Olympians, I'll be spoiling that. I'm not going to spoil this, but I will be spoiling Rise of the Olympians. So I can only assume that you already read it. But in the Rise of the Olympians, Wonder Woman admitted that she doesn't love Nemesis, but she still wants to be with him. And this kind of fucks with him, you know. I mean, why would you want to be with me if you don't love me? You know, that kind of thing. Wonder Woman explains to him, and, you know, I give Nemesis a lot of props because he stands his ground. He doesn't just, fall to his knees for Wonder Woman. He stands his ground, and he says his position. But Wonder Woman tells him, I have been on, man's world, and I tried to do love their way, and it hasn't worked. So I thought I'd try it the Amazon way. And the Amazon way is more about courting and mating rather than love. And she admits that she has a strong affection for Nemesis and that she wants to be with him, but she doesn't love him, at least not to this point. So their relationship kind of takes a turn. I don't want to say it gets rectified because it doesn't, because it ends, but at least we get an understanding exactly why Wonder Woman feels the way she feels. Now, Aliconi, and I hope I'm saying her name right, the head of Hippolyta's Royal Guard, has been weaving her little sinister plan more so and more so. See, what happens is that in Rise of the Olympians, Wonder Woman leaves and Achilles takes control of the Amazons in Themyscira. Aliconi becomes his wife, and she has been basically manipulating him the whole time to do what she wants with Wonder Woman and also Hippolyta. See, Alcone wants to kill Wonder Woman because, like I said, back in the circle, it's been established that she hates Wonder Woman. She thinks she's the problem with the Amazon. Whether or not that's the case can be debated because, truth be told, well, a lot of Amazons have died since Wonder Woman has, come into life. But to be fair, that's not really her fault. That's just what happened. But anyways, Alcone has been weaving her little plan to eventually kill Wonder Woman and restore Amazons back to where they should belong. And she doesn't mind who she hurts in the process. At the same time, Ares, although dead, killed in Rise of the Olympians, is not gone. Apparently he can still manipulate things from beyond the grave, which makes me happy, because I've stated multiple times before, my two favorite Wonder Woman villains are Cersei and Ares, and I love Ares just a little bit more. And just to see him be able to manipulate things beyond the grave, it just shows how amazing of a villain he is. So Ares returns, and he starts doing his little weaving of his plan, and gets many Amazons pregnant. That sounded a little wrong, but it's the truth. He impregnates many Amazons. And these are not natural pregnancies. Well, of course not. I mean, a ghost of a god impregnates Amazons. It's obviously not natural. But the babies are growing quicker than they should. So Ares obviously has his plan there, which I won't go into detail about it. Artemis returns in her band of Amazons, and oh my god was I happy. Artemis is such a kick-ass character, and to have her back, and to see the relationship between her and Wonder Woman is just great. Because Wonder Woman says in this how much she loves Artemis, and how much Artemis always stands by her. It's kind of funny, because if you go back to Contest and the Challenge of Artemis, they hated each other. But now they have flourished into sisters, and into, allies and family. So it's really great to have Artemis back. The comics has been sorely missing her. So I'm glad Artemis has come back. But things are still not that good. Donna Troy is still poisoned by genocide and is attacking her sister. Alcone has sentenced Wonder Woman to death, and if she does not succumb to this death, then Hippolyta will be killed. And in this whole entire time, Wonder Woman is losing her faith. In addition to that, we also get an explanation of exactly what is happening with Zeus, and a surprise return from a god that you thought was dead, but maybe they're not. I could reveal more, but I'd rather it be up to you to read this story. So let's get on to the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Well, good. Gal Simone. You devilish little girl, you. You do a fantastic job telling this story. It was well executed. The writing was excellent. The storytelling was great. The scenes in it were great. And I love how the story went. I was a little bit against you killing Ares, but bringing him back was nice. And just how everything gets rectified and tied up was great. And it leaves things open for more. Now, I know Gal Simone has left the Wonder Woman title, which makes me cry, like, ridiculously. But hopefully she'll come back some point. I think she's gone on to Birds of Prey, because Birds of Prey has started back up. But hopefully Gal Simone can come back to the Wonder Woman title. Because really, since Greg Rucka and George Perez, she's been one of the best Wonder Woman writers that we've had in a long time. She's definitely up there with George Perez and Greg Rucka as one of the best. And just her storytelling is fantastic. So right off the bat, the story is just amazing. It really is. I was worried that they weren't going to, really rectify the things that were established in the last story, but they did. So I'm really happy that she handled her telling of Wonder Woman very nicely. The art, great. It's been the art that we've had with Wonder Woman since Circle. Although there's I believe 2 artists in this, so you're going to have a little bit different art, but for the most part the art is really nice. Very good. The action was nice. There was a lot of good fight scenes, especially with Black Canary and Wonder Woman fighting in the pit fight. There was some cool fight scenes with Black Canary, but just on a whole, it was really cool. But especially the fights with Achilles and how badass he is. He takes a spear to the chest. Fucking A, that is amazing. And on a whole, it was just a fantastic story. I have really not much good to say other than it was great. Bad. The only bad I could say is I would have wanted more. I mean, it worked for what it was. It was well told, well executed. But I guess I'm just addicted to Gail Simone's Wonder Woman telling. I just want more from this. Just more, more, more. I want more issues. I just want more Gail Simone. So I guess in saying there is no bad to this. This was a great follow-up. Definitely recommend picking it up for any Wonder Woman fan. And if you're not a fan of Wonder Woman, I recommend you get into Gail Simone's Wonder Woman stuff. Circle, Ends of the Earth, Rise of the Olympians, and Warkiller. It's a great series. You will enjoy it. This is a fantastic Wonder Woman series and story, and I recommend picking it up. So with that said, this is Andrew saying, peace out for now.